Hey there, welcome to the Female Studio and welcome to this bloody yin class, which is perfect for you if you are currently on your period, but of course you can practice it if you are somewhere else in your cycle or if you don't have a cycle. It's just a perfect class to unwind and calm down a little. I'm going to cross post this class here on YouTube and also, of course, on thefemalestudio.com in the members area. If you like to pair this class with music, check out the Female Studio on Spotify. I put some playlists there and one, of course, for the yin classes. We won't need a lot of props today. I brought 2 blocks. I suggest you bring 2 blocks as well. You can also have 2 thick books. That's perfectly fine. And for Shavasana, I brought a blanket for myself. You can bring whatever you need for Shavasana, maybe a bolster or whatever you usually practice with. But now let's take these next 25 to 30 minutes to calm down and to practice together. Let's go. So we're gonna start on our backs. Take your blocks with you and then make your way onto your back together with 1 block on each side of your body. Laying all the way down, placing the soles of your feet together and having the knees falling out to the sides. Placing each block underneath the outside of your knees or your thigh, and just where it feels good. Maybe it even feels better without the blocks. And just try it out, whatever suits you in the supine butterfly pose. And once you have found your pose, your variation, you can place your hands on your lower belly. Rearranging if you need to, otherwise slowly arrive in this pose. Settling in. And focusing on your breath, and feeling how with every inhale the lower belly rises, and with every exhale the belly sinks down towards the floor. And just take a moment here and just to focus on your breath, just you and your breath. Slowly bringing the awareness to your palms, feeling the exchange of warmth and safety between your hands and your lower belly. Sensing a feeling of connection between you and your breath. Knowing that this is your time now. You're fully committed to the next few minutes, to your health, your womanhood, and your menstruation. Supine butterfly pose is a beautiful pose for when we bleed. It stretches the front side of the pelvic floor, relaxes the back side, and like that, maybe give you some ease. A few more breaths here with your hands raising with the inhale and sinking back down with the exhales. One more breath here. With one of your next exhales, slowly bring the knees together, the feet are on the floor, and slowly rolling over to one side. Finding yourself there for a moment in this fetal position. Gently push yourself up into a seat, grabbing one of your blocks and putting it on the second height or on the first height underneath your tailbone. Sitting on the block, having the feet about mat width distant apart, with the toes pointing out and the heels pointing in. Finding Valasana supported with a block. You can have your hands in prayer with the elbows pushing the knees out a little. Finding Malasana, we've opened up the hips just in the previous supine butterfly pose, and having the hips a little more open here in this asana. If your wrists are a bit tired, you can also just have the arms hang heavy, maybe with the hands touching the floor. Otherwise, finding Malasana with the palms touching in front of your heart. And this is also very beautiful to connect with your root chakra to the ground. Being very open can be a very vulnerable pose, but also a very connective pose, very rooted. Maybe in front of your inner eye, the color red is showing up, which is the color of the root chakra, or something else is popping up, comes to mind, and just let it come as you let it go. I'm gonna stay here for a moment, so if you feel like this is getting uncomfortable, just rearrange and then try to settle in stillness for a moment. About 10 more breaths in this supported Yin Malasana. Take a deep breath in, And while you exhale, slowly remove the block, sitting on the floor with the feet on the mat, knees pointing up, supporting yourself with your hands behind your back, having the palms of your hands on the floor. And you can really sink into the shoulders here, having the knees falling in together, finding a little rebound pose here, closing the hips. Slowly grab one of your blocks and make your way on to the back, still with the soles of the feet on the floor and the knees pointing up to the ceiling, having the feet about hip width apart. And with your next inhale, pushing the hips up, pushing into the feet, hips towards the ceiling. And then placing the block underneath your tailbone, first or max second height. Placing your hips onto the block and then slowly extending the legs out and forward. Make sure your block is underneath your tailbone and not underneath the lower spine. It should feel very comfortable on your tailbone. It should feel very relaxing. If this is not the case, please rearrange. The target is not the lower back, but the tailbone. And once you've arrived, you can decide whether you want to have the arms alongside the body, up, overhead, or out to the sides. Making sure you feel safe and very well held by the earth, supported by the ground. And this pose is perfect to open up the front side of the body, stretching the hip flexors after we've closed them, and bringing some blood flow, some energy back in this lower belly area and this hip flexor region. It can feel very nice for our menstruation and to stretch this area a little. I'm going to stay here for about 2 minutes, so really make sure that you are comfortable and also warm. You can add a blanket if you like. Otherwise, I'm just enjoying this pose in silence, feeling the openness in the front side of your body. I feel like you can also place your hands on your lower belly, exchanging some warmth again, feeling the hands rising and sinking together with your breath. Just a couple of more breaths here. We're slowly getting out of the pose by just placing the feet on the floor again, arms alongside the body. Breathing in, pushing the hips up, keeping the hips there while you remove the block to the side. And from there, vertebra by vertebra, together with an exhale, sinking the hips back down onto the floor. And taking this moment in, neutralizing the spine, enjoying your rebound for a brief moment here. Gently extend the left leg forward, hugging in the right knee close to your chest. Extending the right arm to the side with the palm facing down. And with the left hand, you bring that right knee over to the left side, finding yourself in a supine twist with the right leg turned over to the left side. You can work with your blocks here, placing the blocks underneath that right knee, or just enjoying this twist without props. You decide, because it's your body and you know it the best. This is a beautiful pose to stretch the glutes here on the right side first, and the muscles on your butt cheeks. It's beautiful to stretch that area, especially when we are menstruating, because this can also be a muscle or a region that tightens up a little bit. And of course, a twist can also feel nice with everything that's going on in the bowel, in the gut. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Enjoy this twist for about 1 minute here. Just a couple of more breaths here in this twist. Breathing in and slowly rolling back to center. Both feet on the ground, knees pointing up. If you want, again, hands on lower belly. One more breath in this rebound. And then slowly extending the right leg forward, hugging in the left knee. Left arm out to the side, palm facing down onto the floor, feeling the ground there. Together with your next exhale, accompany the left leg over to the right side, like that, feeling the twist on the other side. Rearrange, help your body. It does a lot already. And slowly settle into this pose, And giving yourself a gentle twist here, allowing the body to get heavy and relaxed. A couple of more breaths on this side. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, roll back to center with the soles of the feet on the floor. And taking a moment to again find the rebound, neutralizing the spine, and just staying here for a few breaths. That was already the more physical part of the practice. You can now get into your shavasana. Maybe you want to have a blanket or something supporting your legs, having a bolster underneath your knees, for example, or whatever comes to mind intuitively. I'm going to be in shavasana for about 3 minutes. Make sure you really commit to shavasana as well. It's also part of the physical practice. And it's so nice to just give your body the pause, an active pause, committing to relaxation here. Take a deep breath in and let it go fully. And gently bring the awareness back and back into the body by just inviting gentle movements, hands, feet, arms and legs, turning the head no to the left and then to the right. Maybe you find the whole body stretch, and then yourself on one side, just rolling over, left or right, doesn't matter. Taking a moment again in this fetal position, hugging the knees in. And then gently coming up into a seat. Take your time. And finding yourself in the asana, the seat, with the palms together in front of your heart. And taking a moment to thank yourself for committing to this practice, for taking care of your body. I wish you a very happy bleeding, and I hope to see you in the next phase, in your follicular phase. Let's be honest, it's the best. Take care. Bye.